Hello, my beautiful Virgo friends. Hello, hello, Virgo family. Welcome in if you're new. Welcome back if you've been here before. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today we are doing a reading for Virgo for the current energies. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this video, I'm confident there will be a message there for you. Please do remember this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one, so take the parts that resonate for you and leave the rest. We're using the Soul's Journey Lesson Cards by James Van Praagh. The cat is in here, so you may hear some noises. That's why the door, back there is open. He was just laying here. I thought he was going to go to sleep, but now he's up and about. So it is, as a human being, and my hair is a little messy, but whatever. So I've already pulled your oracle cards, including your animal oracle, and we're going to go over those here, and then I'm going to change the camera view so you can see me as I shuffle and pull the tarot. So, strange thing happened. Well, the first card came out just as normal. Shuffling. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. And this is a beautiful orangey, red, fiery kind of card, which is how we feel, right, when we're in fear. And we don't want to be in fear. We want to replace that, right, of awareness. So sometimes when we're afraid of something, we need to become aware that that is an abnormal fear. And we need to just be aware of it and have the insight, right, that we don't need to be in fear. Fear is one of the worst emotions to have, along with guilt. Those are two emotions that just don't lead us anywhere. I mean, being in fight or flight constantly produces so much anxiety, right? And I am speaking from experience because I've had anxiety since I was like 5, and I'm not kidding. Some things happened to me when I was very young, which caused me to be anxious all the time and always fearful. Throughout, my school years and all of that, I was bullied and this and that. And it was probably because I was putting out this energy, I am afraid. So it's easy to pick on and prey on people, kids, whatever, tease them, and etc. When they're putting out that kind of energy. Oh, there's Frankie in the back there playing. But anyhow, so we don't want to be in that. And I didn't have any resources as far as the people around me that could, quell that. I just didn't, I wasn't in a family that was very, very spiritual. Okay, hang on. I'm going to go close the door since he went out. Anyway, so yeah, fear is a very non-productive, closed off block. We block our own progress when we're in fear. Okay, don't need to go on anymore about that. So then I was shuffling the deck because I felt like, okay, they want one more card. So I was shuffling the deck and 3 cards came out, face up on the desk, and the card that was on top was this card. So I put them back in the deck and I said, okay, Spirit, one more card is fine, but we can't have 4 of these. It's going to take too long. So I said, give me the one best card that you want my Virgos to have. And this came out again. So it was the one that was right on top. My guides are so magnificent. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. I love this. I love the imagery on these cards, all these mandalas or whatever, kaleidoscope looking things. But feel the difference, right, in these 2 cards. One, orange, yellow, kind of makes you think about fear. And then imagination, very soft colors there, embracing and nourishing the creative aspects of your mind. So we will see what else comes out in the tarot. And then at the end, we will get your animal oracle. Gosh, I just happened to get a glimpse of how my hair looks right. Oh my goodness. I have the type of hair that does its own thing, so I can't fight it. I just have to let it be. All right, let me pause this, face the camera down, and I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, back again. All right, so we see those two cards there. Your animal oracle is dragon. I love, love, love that. Love it, love it, love it. Dragon, supernatural, Virgos. Love you guys. You've always given my channel so much love, and my channel is growing. Three of Cups, that's a celebration. Oh, we're using the Journey to Oz and Wonderland deck. And sometimes I get mesmerized by the imagery on these cards. Hopefully I won't stray too far with that. 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh, Virgos. 3 of Cups, celebration. 10 of Cups, beautiful friendships, happiness. The 10 of Cups is my favorite card in the deck. Some people say, you know, the Sun is the best card, the world. No, the 10 of Cups, I always feel such beautiful, loving relationships with that card. And 5 of Swords. 5s are change. Swords are communication. We'll look at that in just a minute. Let's get the rest of the cards. Oh my goodness, I just dropped the whole thing. Hang on. I've got rather small hands, so sometimes it's a challenge. I hope you're all doing well. Please do give the video a like. I really appreciate that so much. I love it when you guys put comments down and let me know how these things resonated, where you're viewing this from. The weather here is very dreary. We had a little bit of sun yesterday at the end of the day. A little bit of sun the day before, but it's been intermittent. We've had a lot of downpours, but you know, it's spring here in Maine where I am. 4 of Pentacles. Watching where your money is going and deciding what you keep and what you give away. The Empath. Oh, that's one of the bonus cards in here. It's one of the ones that I love the imagery on. So I'll have to get the book out for that one. Oh my goodness gracious me. And the 4 of Wands, happy family. Oh my gosh, Virgos. Things look really, really good with these cards. Okay, let me just grab this. Let me grab this book and get the Empath. Okay, here we go. Let me just mark that here. All right, so building on your message of denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness, imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. All right, so the first card out, this beautiful 3 of Cups. Now, this is the Mad Tea Party, so obviously it's not going to look the same as it does in the traditional tarot, but the basic meaning is the same. It's a celebration. I mean, look at all those cups and all those beautiful things. There are like flower petals. There are little mini desserts or snacks there, and there are all these cups filled with these wonderful things. It just looks and feels like a happy moment, right? 3 of Cups. Cups being water signs, love, nourishing, emotion. This 3s are creation and collaboration. Maybe you're having some sort of a celebration with somebody. This card does depict a celebration, as the 3 of Cups typically does in the other decks that I have. So maybe there's a celebration coming up for you or somebody that you know, and this is a very happy feeling. And here, as I talked about, is the 10 of Cups card. The yellow brick road. Look at them. 3 friends. So here is, again, 3. So 3 of Cups, and then you have the 3 friends walking together, holding hands down the yellow brick road. The beautiful rainbow, the Emerald City, all this beautiful foliage and all these beautiful flowers. 10s are completing a cycle and beginning a brand new one. So, you know, I mean, it could be anything for you, but it is definitely happiness and friendship. So 2 cards right off the bat about celebration, happiness, and friendship. I love that. Then you have this 5 of Swords. Swords are communication, 5s are change. And you see this unicorn and this lion. So the unicorn has kind of stolen the lion's crown. You see that on the unicorn's horn there. So the lion is angry. This could be a disagreement, right? So the lion is angry that the unicorn has something of his, something he wants back. And again, messages in this deck, because of the imagery, can be a little bit different. So this could be somebody who feels like you took something from them that they want back. I don't know why Spirit is giving me that kind of a message with this card, but we're going to have to see what unfolds. I'm just taking a look. So we have friendship, celebration, beautiful friendship, and then all of a sudden there's somebody who is unhappy. Somebody who is unhappy. And then you have this Four of Pentacles. This is the Wicked Witch's possessions. So pentacles are your material things. It's your money, your investments, your time, your energy, your effort, what you're doing, right? And fours are stability or stagnation. So this is deciding what you keep for yourself and what you share, okay? So this can be of your money, of your time, of your effort. What are you doing? Like when we amass a lot of wisdom or a lot of money and things like that, and then we hoard it and hold on to it and we don't share it, it begins to stagnate. By the same token, we can't give so much of ourselves, so much of our resources that we are depleted. So this is kind of also a card of balancing that out. And then you have that beautiful empath card, the Hungry Tiger. So you see this white tiger. He's kind of dressed in a, what do you call those things? Like some Japanese style, kimono style, samurai style thing. And he's got a baby lamb, a little lamb, a baby sheep, a lamb right between his legs. And these stacking stones around here and this beautiful tree behind him. So let's see what the message is for this. Sorry. Even the booklet that came with these cards is gorgeous, right? Okay. The empath. The key words are empathy, feeling, understanding, compassion, sympathy, caring, kindness, support, connection, and community. So all of these things go along with even the denial and imagination cards, but the friendship cards, and even with somebody being upset and having compassion, as well as the Four of Pentacles. I mean, it's kind of a lot of messages here. If I had no conscience, I would probably eat the babies and get hungry again, which would mean that I had sacrificed the poor babies for nothing. No, hungry I was born, and hungry I shall stay. Okay, so this is, when Ozma rose to power, the Hungry Tiger and the Cowardly Lion were summoned to the Emerald City. There they were appointed as chiefs of the royal guard, fiercely loyal to the new empress. With her rule, Oz enjoyed peace, and the Hungry Tiger found tranquility and contentment, gradually relinquishing his earthly desire for fresh meat. So the tiger learned how to live among those that he would normally eat, right? So that's an interesting message. Yeah, and The Wizard of Oz is more than the movie, right? It's a series of books. So a lot of these cards depict some of the things that weren't in the movie because the movie only covered one of the books. So the message of this card is, the Hungry Tiger embodies profound empathy, intuitively connecting with others' emotions and needs. This empathetic nature brings comfort and support to those around them. Again, going back to what you give and what you keep. You can give some of that, but you also can't deplete yourself. Fostering an emotional understanding and harmony. However, it's essential to maintain a balance. Oh my gosh, what I said before I even read this. Between empathy and self-care. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides. Protecting one's emotional well-being while offering compassion to others. So this, Virgos, is a hint that you cannot be everything to everyone. You have to save some of that for yourself, for your own well-being, for your own happiness, right? And then you have the Four of Wands. This is happy family. This is 1111, Munchkin country, right? And you see all the happy faces there. And the wands are action and passions. Your actions bring you happiness, right? And the 1111 it's back here where they depict it on this card. They don't really show wands, so to speak. But this is, again, it looks like a celebration. So your first cards, right? The 3 of Cups, which is a celebration with friends. The 10 of Cups, which is all about friendship, right? And then this 4 of Wands, which is a happy family, loving, celebratory card. So 3 of 6 are all about that. Then you have that 5 of Swords, where someone either feels like you took something from them and they want it back, or there's some sort of disagreement, or maybe some words being said between you and another. And then you have this card, which I said was about balance, and the empathy card came right after that, talking about the same thing. These 2 cards are the same message, right? What you keep and what you give, right? The 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, balancing and being stable in yourself and not giving too much away, right? I love that. Okay, let me just see. I want to see if there's anything else that they have to say, because the 5 of Swords card is really kind of the outlier here. We have those 3 cards of celebration and friendship that all seem to go together. And then we have these 2 cards that seem to go together, and that 5 of Swords with its depiction there, some sort of disagreement or disgruntled person. So let me see. Spirit, do you have any other messages about that 5 of Swords? What do you want my Virgos to know, or what are you trying to tell them with that 5 of Swords cards? Is there anything else that you can share about that with them? Anything else you can share? This is my mini Tarot Royale deck that I like to use for clarifying or further messages, more information once I've pulled the regular tarot. Okay, they only want to give 2, so let's see what they are. The first one out is the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles is about watching where your money, energy, and time go. And this links right in with the 4 of Pentacles, which we were saying you need to make sure that you balance things. With the empath card, same thing. So please watch, Virgos, where your money, time, energy, and efforts are going, because this is kind of a message about that. And then the 5 of Pentacles. So this is, again, it's about, so 2 Pentacles cards came out to clarify the 5 of Swords, right? So it could be something to do with your money, time, and energy and efforts, who you're spending time with, right? The fives are changed. The 5 of Pentacles sometimes can mean feeling out in the cold. And this could be either you feeling that from someone, or someone is feeling that from you, right? But this can be changed, right? These people can go into that church and they can find some respite from what is going on, and they can find some help. So clarifying the 5 of Swords, these Pentacles, balancing things out. Virgos, make sure that you're not over giving, right? Make sure that people aren't, taking advantage of you, so to speak. Okay. Your Animal Oracle. Love this card, of course. Dragon, supernatural. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny, and rise with dignity. And just look at that card. Just take the energy and the power of that dragon with you. Call it right to you, right? And then be aware of your fear, right? But nourish and embrace your creativity, okay? Remember those 3 beautiful celebratory cards, right? 3. It just seems to be kind of 3 of Cups, 3 people, 3 cards about celebration and friendship. Remember those. If there is a situation, you just need to get it in balance, right? And make sure that things stay balanced, that you're not overgiving. I feel like that's kind of the the overall message is celebrating with friends, but not over giving to the point that you're depleted, Virgos. Okay, so take some time for you. Self-care is not selfish. Okay, that is what I have for you right now. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.